Hello children, I hope you all are doing well and taking keen interest in doing your studies with full sincerity. We come together again to study forward our history chapter 2 on the trail of earliest people. Till now, we have studied about why the early humans are called hunters-gatherers, the difficulties they faced while hunting and gathering their food. We have known the reasons why they traveled from one place to another place, and we satisfied our curiosity about how do we know about these people and the things that they did. Children, we have studied that archaeologists have found some of the things that hunter-gatherers made and used, which were made up of either stone, wood and bones. Out of these, the stone tools, being the strongest of all, have survived till now. The tools are of different sizes, different shapes, blunt or sharp-edged shapes. Some of these stone tools were used to cut meat and bone, scrape bark from trees. Children, do you know what is the meaning of scrape? Scrape means to peel off. How we peel off the skin of fruits and vegetables that we do not eat, right? That is called scraping. The early humans used sharp stone tools to peel off or scrape the bark of the trees and hides or animal skins. They used the tools to chop fruits and to dig out the roots from under the ground. Do you know, children? To hunt the animals without hurting the own self and to gather plants, to cut the trees and do other different type of works, the hunter-gatherers, that is the early humans, they made different types of tools and weapons with help of wood, bones and the stones. They attached the different types of stone that were either thin or sharp, just like a blade, with the wood and used it as axe. They attached small and sharp stones to the long stick and used it as spear, which can be used either for fishing or to throw at the animals from far. They also used small and thin bones to stitch the animal skin clothes that they used to wear. They also used certain tools to chop wood, which was used to make huts and other tools. The stone tools were probably made using two different techniques. The first technique is called stone on stone. Here, the pebble from which the tool was to be made, which is also known as core, was held in one hand, and the stone, which was used as hammer, was held in the other hand. The second stone was used to strike off flakes from the first one till the required shape was obtained. Children, just the way we sharpen the point of our pencil with help of a knife or a blade. The second technique is known as pressure flaking. Here, the core was placed on a firm surface and the hammer stone or the other stone was used on the piece of bone or stone and hit with the core stone to remove flakes that could be shaped into tools. Children, with daily usage of these stone tools for various purposes, the early humans started to bring in different changes in the making of the stone tools. To better understand the changes that were brought in these tools, the archaeologists have divided this period of stone tools into three groups. The first group, where or which was the beginning of the usage of stone tools, is known as Paleolithic Age, which begins from 2 million years ago from today's time period till 12,000 years ago. Okay, children, let me share an interesting fact with you now. We all know about ostriches. Where or in which part of the world can we find this heaviest and flightless bird, ostrich? You said Africa? Yes, that's the right answer. But do you know, children, during this Paleolithic age period, ostriches were found in India also. Large quantities of ostrich eggshells are found at a place called Patne in Maharashtra. Designs of these birds are engraved or inscribed on some parts of the walls, while beads are also made out from the shells of ostrich eggs. Isn't this interesting to know? From the beginning of about 12,000 years ago till 10,000 years ago, this period is called Mesolithic Stone Age or the Middle Stone Age. It was during this time period that the environmental changes began. In many areas, the climate of the world started to become warm. This led to melting of ice and development of grasslands. Now, with increase in grasslands led to increase in number of grass eating animals like deer, antelope, goat, sheep and cattle, as they depended on grass for their food. The humans who hunted these animals started to follow the animals, know the food habits of the animals and the breeding seasons of the animals. By observing the animals, it gave them the idea to rear the animals, herd and domesticate these animals. Fishing also became an important activity during this time period. It was during this Mesolithic time period that the stone tools started to become smaller. They were now stuck onto the handles of bone or wood to make tools such as saws which the carpenters use to cut the wood, and the sickles which is used to cut the grass. These small stone tools are known as microliths. Micro means very small and lith means stone. The third stone age, which begins from about 10,000 years ago, is known as Neolithic Age. About this Neolithic Stone Age or the New Stone Age, we will learn in the next chapter, chapter 3. As there were tremendous changes, developments in the life and lifestyle of the people. So children, at the end of today's class, let's discuss some things. We already know why the hunter-gatherers travel from place to place. Now, in what ways are their travels similar to or different from the reasons for our travel today? The